we're going to take a quick look at what we call interrogatives, which is just a fancy word for the some, every, no, and any words. And just to touch on a couple of the key points when using them, as you have seen, they all form from the question words. So what, who, when, where, which, or which, depending on how many things you're talking about. And then what you add on to it is what makes it the word. So the nice straightforward ones are the some words. Something, somebody or someone, sometime, somewhere, some of the two, or which of the two that you're looking at. Some of these. The some words are also interesting because they are the only choice when you are asking a question. No matter what you think you might want to do in English, if the sentence ends in a ka or a question, you utilize these words. So if it's, is anybody coming, it would be dare ka kuru, or dare ka kitemasu ka, or dare ka kimasu ka. So just to remember that when it is a question, without even thinking, you're going to use those words. We're going to move over to the mo words. And the mo are two ways depending on whether you have a positive or a negative experience going on. And there is a couple of exceptions in here. Although we'll have nani mo arimasu, typically we would use the words zenbu or subete. And those are our words for everything. Our word for everyone is not daremo, despite what we want to say. It is minna. And just a reminder that if you're talking about people, we can't use zenbu. We have to use minna. Then we go down to ones where we're used to seeing itsumo, always, dokumo, everywhere, doremo, every one of them, or dochinomo, every one of them. Nice and straightforward. On the negative side, everything comes into play as you would expect. Nani mo arimasen, there is nothing. Daremo imasen, there's no one. Itsumo shimasen, I do it at no time. Dokomo ikimasen, I'm going nowhere, etc. Then we move on to the demo words, and these are only something we have to think a little bit about, because in English we tend to mix up every and any and use any words when we want to use every words and every words when we should be using any words. So the way I keep this in mind is that I use the demo words when I don't care. I can go anywhere. I don't care. I can eat anything. I don't care. I can meet anybody. I don't care who you ask me to talk to. I don't care what kind of movie we go to. Really, I don't. Whereas the every words are everything of something that you're talking about. So everything on your plate, everybody in the room. And that's kind of how I keep the difference. So this is the any possible I don't care words. And they're the demos. So non-demo, anything, dare demo, anyone, anytime, anywhere, any of these choices are what we are looking for. There's only a couple small things to remember as we use them. First of all, we talked about if it's a question, you're going to use the ka words. The second has to do with this group of words. Sorry about that. This group of words when we're looking at using the signals ni, e, kara, and made. And when we're using the mo or demo words, and the signal is either ni, e, kara, amade, then what it does is it splits it. So you can see, minna ni aimasu ka? Are we meeting everyone? Ie dare ni mo aimasen. We're not meeting everyone. Doko e ikimashita ka? Doko e mo ikimasen desu. I did not go anywhere. Or I went nowhere. Sorry, I went nowhere. So the only thing to remember is if you are using the mo's or demos and your signal is ni, e, kara, and made, any other signal, we don't care, then it's going to split between the question word and the mo or demo is where you are going to put that signal. And it just comes right in the middle. If that signal is not part of the equation in the original sentence, don't worry about this finicky little rule. Once you have finished reviewing this, when you feel you've got this sort of in your head, I want you to go down to the extra information or notes section on this YouTube video, and you will see a link to an online multiple choice quiz asking you to demonstrate your knowledge of using these words. Alrighty, you can watch this as many times as you want before you go to the form. The form due date will be posted on the board in class.